She's with me. You got a green light, baby. Baby, you will see.
Yeah, baby, you will see. Well, folks, so many of the news talk and commentary shows are focusing in on liberal media hounding the Republican presidential candidates on the same question put to Jeb Bush about, if you know now what you didn't know then, would you have toppled Hussein? But not asking Hillary Cupid doll Clinton if she would have. They're all missing the more important question. Ms. Clinton, if you knew now what a debacle would happen in Libya when you backed and bragged you sent American air power to topple Gaddafi, and now that nation is in chaos, would you do it now? Hillary, baby, looking more and more like you have a pattern of screw-ups, but not us. The American Adversaries Drive Time on AM 660 to answer with our host, Christopher Hart.
All right. Thanks so much, Larry Adams. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being with us on this fine Monday afternoon here in Central Florida. And you are listening to the American Adversaries Drive Time, prime time on AM 660, The Answer, as we come to you live from the Mercury Free Broadcasting Studios. And don't forget, for the very best in Mercury Free dental care, call my dentist, Dr. James E. Hardy, at 407-678-3399. Don't forget to ask him about his great book, Mercury Free. Yeah, and we're going to be talking a little bit about what Larry was just opening with. And you can join us if you would like, and the number is 407-774-8255. And we have, let's see, we got the Periscope back up. Lucas Paris is back in the studio with the Periscope up and running.
Good to hear.
Thank you. Nicholas Cicero's on the bridge. So we're in good hands tonight, and we got, as promised, we got the brand new DVD of the great movie American Sniper. And we got them here at the studio. And we got some to give away, and we're going to do that here in just a few minutes. Let me just give you a little quick rundown on the show, and then we'll get down to business. And we'll see. Of course, it's Monday, so we're going to have Abe Katzman on today. And by the way, a week from today, of course, is Memorial Day, and we will be taking Memorial Day off. All right, so you won't have the American Adversaries next Monday.
To kick around.
That's right. But we'll be back Tuesday if you want to throw those kicks towards our way. So Monday, a week from today, Monday, we will be off. But to get back to today's show, Abe Katzman is going to join us as usual here shortly, live from Jerusalem. Got a whole lot of stuff to talk to Abe about. It's a good thing we got an extra hour. And we got, in the second hour of the show, Scott Miller, one of our sponsors, My Liberty Threads. You know, Scott spends a lot of time on the road going to these Republican meetings and conventions like the candidates just spoke at this weekend, and we're going to find out where he's at and where he came from. I believe he's in Texas today for a Republican I don't know what they call in these things, get to know you things for the candidates, I guess. Anyway, coming out parties, but what's that, meet and greets? Yeah, kind of. But anyway, Scott will tell us, and he'll be in the first half of the second hour of the show, and then the second half of the second hour of the show, you're going to want to make sure you don't miss this, and call your friends and tell them they need to hear this. We are going to have Sister Hatun Dogan on the show, and I'm hoping I'm pronouncing her name right. We'll find out. She's from a town called Zaz, Z-A-Z-Z, and Zaz is on the border of Syria and Turkey, and she was, her and her family were refugeed out of their place. They live now in Germany, and she ministers to Yazidi and other women who have been sold into slavery, and mainly sex slaves over there for the Islamic State, as they are in their grand mission to make us all Muslims. So we're going to be talking to Sister Hatun Dogan in the second half of the second hour of the show. Okay. As we told you last week, we have some DVD copies of the great movie American Sniper, now the largest money-making war movie in history, and setting all kind of records. And if you haven't seen it, this is your opportunity to see it for free. So what we're going to do, we have a bunch of them to give away today. We're going to try to give 10 of them away today, but we can't do it all at once. Nick being there pulling out his hair and probably coming in here and pulling out what little bit of hair I got left. So instead of it, right, Nick? Yep, yeah, he's giving me the thumbs up. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to give away a few now, a few later, a few later, and a few later. So if you don't get one in the first giveaway, then we'll have 3 or 4 more. And so that we give away as many as we can today. So we'll start right now. If you'd like a copy of the American Sniper DVD, now you have to pick it up here at the station. Nick will get your information, so we'll make sure we give them to the right people, and he can give you the address to the station. So we'll take the first 3 callers right now at 407-774-8255 who would like a copy of the American Sniper movie. So jump on that phone and let's get some of these things in your hands. So 407-774-8255. We'll take the first 3 callers and give away 3 copies of the American Sniper DVD. By the way, we have it positioned in a prominent place in the studio here, right here where the mic, I don't know what you call this thing, the mic trapeze. So if you go to the Periscope, and you can find that we're linked up at our Facebook page, American Adversaries. You can see the DVD, and it's a cool looking jacket. So, and now, having said that, what you will see, Lair's providing some visual effects here. What you will see,
the Vanna White.
Yeah, what you will see. I don't know if I'd go around saying that. Nicknames come easy these days. But what you will see.
That's the name of my van. I have a big white van. It's Vanna White.
That's right. Big white Chevy van too, isn't it?
Yep.
Uh-oh. If that van is a rockin', don't come a knockin'.
No,
anyway,
sir.
Anyway. What you will see in the American Sniper movie when he's over there in Iraq, you will see what we had to do to secure the cities like Ramadi, which over the weekend fell into the hands of the Islamic State. And it was another one of these instances where the Iraqi army basically threw down their weapons and turned and hightailed it on out of there. And it's because they don't have the leadership that they need. And when they're confronted with a little bit of firepower, they just turn and cut and run. And it's a shame to see this happen. And to get back to Lair's question, I would like one Republican to stand up and say, you want to know what? If it hadn't been for Barack Obama, yes, I would still have gone into Iraq. But now that Barack Obama has screwed things up all up over there, not just in Iraq, but in Libya. Thank you, Hillary Clinton, but Barack Obama's the top dog, right? And
yeah, but she pushed it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. He tried to resist, but he didn't have a better plan. And that's why she ultimately won out, because he didn't have...
And it was a really bad plan.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to talk about not doing stupid, you know what there, Mr. President? Well, you sure enough stepped in it on that one, but you sure enough stepped in it on Iraq, too. And, he does learn. He learns a little bit slow. He's a little slow on the uptake, okay? But at least in Afghanistan, he's decided that, maybe we don't want another Iraq. Maybe we don't want another Libya in Afghanistan. Let's try to at least salvage that.
Or is he too late?
Yeah. So I would like one Republican. You're right. They're giving Hillary so far a pass on this, as she goes around with her nose stuck up in the air. But when it comes down to it, the Republicans, I thought, have been kind of meek on this. Oh, yeah, no, if we knew now, no, we wouldn't have done that. No, you turn the argument on them. You say, if it hadn't been for Barack Obama, you darn right I'd have still done it. Because that country was well on its way to be a civilized society, and look at it today.
Purple thumbs, Chris.
Purple thumbs.
Purple thumbs.
All right.
They won't have those ever again, folks.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
George Bush gave them the purple thumbs of freedom, their vote.
That's right. And he left it in good hands. And
two nations at war while he was in office, all of them at war now in the Middle East.
That's right. Exactly.
Oh, it's all George Bush's fault.
Yeah, so
he created ISIS.
Right.
Yeah, right.
So this is when you're too smart by half. Barack Obama was too smart. He was too smart to do what George W. Bush did. The only problem is he didn't have a better plan. He didn't know what to do.
He copied George Bush. I had a search. My search was good. His was bad.
That's right. Poor Barack Obama. He just didn't know what to do. And kind of reminds me of Ann Richards, the Texas governor there. Poor Barack Obama, her accent. He just didn't know what to do. And so now we have a huge mess over there. And but still, I would like to see the Republicans turn this. They first of all, they should say, just what you said, well, before I say anything, I would really like to hear what Hillary Clinton has to say about this, because she was right there. She was right in the middle of all this. Okay,
but especially Libya, she owns that.
That's right, exactly. And remind the questioner of that. And then say, but then I will answer your question. Up until the time that Barack Obama removed our troops from there, I still thought it was a good idea. But after he did that, now you see what has happened. And you turn the argument and you stick it in their eye. You don't sit there and take it and, and old Jeb Bush, he thought he had the answer, but he wasn't listening to the question.
And he was in friendly territory.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if he had been on CNN?
Yeah, they just chewed him up and spit him out like they should have. Actually,
Fox threw him that softball, and he bobbled it.
That's right. But even as I was driving to the studio this afternoon, I heard Rick Perry on Michael Medved's show.
Yeah.
And he, him and hawed a little bit, and then said, well, yeah, obviously, if we knew what we knew now, no, I wouldn't have. You see, you're buying into their whole argument by doing that. You got to turn the argument. You got to reframe it, like Carl Jackson says. By the way, tomorrow night, Carl Jackson, Maitland Civic Center, 7 o'clock, panel discussion on the GOP candidates and a straw poll afterwards. Doors open at 6:30. We got some other events going on tomorrow we'll tell you about a little bit later. It's time for a break. When we come back, Abe Katzman.